The ancient Egyptians worshipped many gods. They believed these gods controlled the world. One of the most important gods was Ra, the god of the sun. Ra was incredibly powerful. The Egyptians believed he created the world. Ra was often shown as a man with a falcon's head. He wore a sun disk on his head. This showed his connection to the sun. The Egyptians depended on the sun for life. They needed its warmth and light to grow their crops. Every day, the Egyptians looked to the sky. They watched Ra travel across the heavens. His journey gave them hope and life. Ra represented order, light, and life itself. He was a symbol of the sun's power and importance. Ra was a central figure in Egyptian mythology. His stories helped people understand the world. He represented the victory of light over darkness and the importance of order in the universe. The Egyptians believed that by honoring Ra, they were ensuring the continuation of life and prosperity. Every morning, Ra rose from the underworld. He traveled across the sky in his solar barge. This barge was a magnificent boat. It carried Ra and his entourage of gods. The Egyptians imagined the sun as this boat. They pictured it sailing across the celestial river. The sun's journey represented the cycle of day and night. As Ra journeyed across the sky, he brought light and warmth to the world. The Egyptians relied on this light and warmth for their crops and their lives. As the sun set in the west, Ra was entering the underworld. This was a dangerous place. It was full of dangers and hidden enemies. Yet Ra bravely faced these challenges every night. He did this to ensure the sun would rise again. The Egyptians saw Ra's journey as a symbol of hope and renewal. Every day he conquered darkness and brought back the light. His journey was a reminder that even in the darkest times, light would always return. In Egyptian mythology, Apophis was the embodiment of chaos. He was a giant serpent who lurked in the underworld. Apophis represented everything the Egyptians feared: darkness, disorder, and the unknown. He was a constant threat to Ra and the order of the universe. Apophis waited in the underworld for Ra's arrival each night. He wanted to stop Ra's journey. He longed to plunge the world into eternal darkness. The Egyptians believed Apophis was responsible for natural disasters like earthquakes and floods. These events were seen as signs of his power and malice. Despite his terrifying appearance, Apophis was not all-powerful. He could be defeated, but the battle was always dangerous. Ra and the gods who sailed with him needed to be strong and vigilant to defeat the Serpent of Chaos. Every night, Ra faced his greatest challenge, battling Apophis in the underworld. This wasn't just a fight between two gods, it was a battle between light and darkness, order and chaos. The fate of the world depended on Ra's victory. Apophis used trickery and brute force to try and stop Ra's journey. He would try to coil around Ra's solar barge, hoping to trap him in the underworld forever. Sometimes he used magic to try and weaken Ra and his entourage. But Ra was a powerful god. He had magic on his side too. He also had the support of other gods who journeyed with him. They fought bravely against Apophis and his demons. These battles were fierce and dangerous, but Ra always emerged victorious. The Eye of Horus is one of the most recognizable symbols from ancient Egypt. It looks like an eye with a teardrop below it. This wasn't just any eye, it belonged to Horus, the god of kingship. The Eye of Horus was a powerful symbol of protection, good health, and royal power. The Eye of Horus was believed to have magical healing powers. The ancient Egyptians wore amulets shaped like the Eye of Horus. They believed these amulets would protect them from harm. Amulets were like good luck charms. They were worn on the body or placed in homes to ward off evil spirits and illness. The story of the Eye of Horus is connected to a myth. In this myth, Horus's father, Osiris, was killed by his brother Set. Horus fought Set to avenge his father's death. During the battle, Horus's eye was injured, but the god of magic, Thoth, restored the eye, making it whole again. This act of healing made the Eye of Horus a powerful symbol of wholeness and restoration. The Eye of Horus wasn't just a symbol of protection, it also represented healing. The ancient Egyptians believed each part of the Eye of Horus had a special meaning and power. They associated each part of the eye with a different sense. The right side of the eye represented smell, the pupil represented sight, and the eyebrow represented thought. Because of its association with healing, the Eye of Horus was used in medicine. Egyptian doctors and healers would use the symbol of the Eye of Horus in their practices. They believed invoking the power of the Eye of Horus would help to heal the sick and protect the healthy. The Eye of Horus was a powerful symbol of wholeness and well-being. It represented the power to heal, protect, and restore balance to the body and the world. The ancient Egyptians used hieroglyphs to write. Hieroglyphs were pictures that represented words or sounds. They used the Eye of Horus as a hieroglyph. It represented a fraction in mathematics. Each part of the eye represented a different fraction. The use of the Eye of Horus in mathematics shows how important it was to the ancient Egyptians. They didn't just use it in religion and magic, it was also part of their daily lives. The Eye of Horus in hieroglyphic writing demonstrates the symbol's versatility and significance in various aspects of ancient Egyptian culture. Ra, the sun god, also had powerful eyes. The Egyptians believed his eyes had magical powers. They could see everything that happened in the world. Nothing could be hidden from Ra's watchful gaze. Ra's right eye was associated with the sun. It represented power, energy, and light. His left eye was associated with the moon. It represented healing, protection, and calmness. The Egyptians believed Ra's eyes protected them from harm. They wore amulets shaped like eyes to ward off evil spirits. They believed these amulets would bring them good luck and health. The story of Ra and Apophis represents the eternal struggle between order and chaos. It shows the importance of light overcoming darkness. This battle was more than just a myth to the ancient Egyptians. It represented the challenges they faced in their own lives. Every sunrise was a victory for Ra. It was a reminder that good could triumph over evil. The Eye of Horus, with its protective and healing powers, offered hope and reassurance. It showed that even in the face of danger, there was always the possibility of restoration and wholeness. The myths of Ra and the Eye of Horus continue to fascinate people today. They provide a glimpse into the rich beliefs of ancient Egypt. They remind us that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow.